Hey y'all, it's been a minute. It's been a long minute since I've recorded anything. I'm on lunch break and I wanted to jump on here and share something with you guys that's been in my spirit for, oh my God, I know it's been over a week. So I was going to write it down and do this whole spiel and prepare and all that, but it didn't come to me like that. It was given to me like, turn on the camera and I'll give it all to you then, but I got the gist of the message. So let me just start by saying this part. I've been getting downloads. I started to call them downloads like in my teen years, late teens. I would get these huge messages from what I now know as I call it, my dad calls it the other side of the veil. You call it God, spirit. I definitely call it the ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels. But I go through these phases where I get huge downloads, and sometimes they last for days. This one came in different. Of all the years that I've gotten these downloads, this is the one that came to me in a way where it was like, turn on the camera and I'll give you the message. So I'm gonna receive it and I'm just gonna give it to you like it's been given to me right now. So what I'm getting and what I've been getting is that we are about to enter a chapter as a collective. We're about to walk into a chapter where we are, you are, people are being held accountable, whatever that looks like. We're being held accountable for how we show up, for how what energy we bring. We're being held accountable for that now, whether that's good, bad, indifferent, whatever. We are in a place right now, energetically, as a collective, where we are being held accountable for how we show up and how we've shown up. Call it karma, call it whatever you will, but that is where we are. And not only that, what I just heard was, not only are we being held accountable, there are people that will try to avoid accountability and be careful of allowing people to project that on you. In other words, people that are being held accountable, there are some that does not want to account for that, and they're going to try to flip it. There's going to be a lot of self-projecting. It's going to be a lot of reverse psychology, and we got to stay smart. We got to stay on it. But we are living in a time where we're entering a place where people are being held accountable for their actions in whatever way that looks like to you. Don't try to fight it, the battle. Don't just show up. If you show up the right way, you don't have anything to worry about. But the biggest message that I'm getting right now in this moment as I'm filming this is that not only are we being held accountable, but we need to be mindful of the people that's avoiding accountability. I'm sorry, y'all, I got hot. People are avoiding accountability. Don't indulge in that. Don't feed that when they're going through that phase of denying their actions and how they have been showing up. Leave it. Just leave it and allow them to sit through that. Don't rebuttal it. Don't do anything, because on a broader scale, a force bigger than you and I and them too, they're being forced to be accountable. So don't indulge in it when people are going through their denying phase. Let them, because that's going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, because you have a lot of people that has been getting away with things, just terrible. Well, we know this, been getting away with things for a very long time. And we are entering a space now where people are going to be held accountable. And that's good news. And it forces change. and even things that we need to work on within ourselves, it's being brought to our attention that it just can't go undone anymore, that we have to own our we have to own it. We have to own our stuff. We have to own our shit. And you have a lot of people that's about to just try to scatter and run and hide. It's coming out. Everything's out in the open. Everything's coming out in the open. So you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna want to blame you or blame someone else for shedding the light on them, instead of just owning it. My dad used to tell me, anytime you point one finger at somebody, you have four more pointing back at yourself. And I think that those are people too, that a lot of the light is being shed on people that's been unfairly dealing with people in an unjust way. And for an example, someone blaming me for something, knowing full well that they're the problem, or that type of thing. So yeah, that's the message that has been really coming through. Normally I get my downloads and I move through them, and it's been this way as long as I can remember. I get these downloads and these messages, but this one stuck with me. And when I get them, I get quiet so I can hear it. I get quiet sometimes for days. This one kept coming to me in a way. It was like, nope, I'm not going to give you the full message until I need you to put this one out there. So whatever this means to you, whatever this means for you, I'm sure this speaks to a lot of people. We are in a place where people are being held accountable for their actions. And yes, that may mean you too, but I think it's a lot of growth in that if we just own it. It's a lot of growth in that. I just heard about the head and the tail. The tail becomes the head. I think that's biblical, but I just heard that. I just got that too. Anywho, I'm just dropping this in because I'm on break, but I got to get back in here. I'm going to continue this because now that I put it out there, I can just feel like a rush is going to come in. And I'll share it. I'll keep sharing with y'all. I've been getting these downloads for years, and I never really share them, but I've been asked to share it. So that's a good sign. So maybe it's time for me to start sharing my gifts. Okay? You guys have a great and wonderful rest of your week, and I will chime in again soon. Bye.